Hey guys, Fincho here from PrimeBlock Capital. Welcome. This is our first episode, and I've been in this marketplace for over 8 years as an investor and educator, and I'm here to share different market updates, insights, strategies to help you guys crush the crypto market. So, what is PrimeBlock Capital? Firstly, we are a consultancy. We are not financial advisors, but we're here to help onboard people into the crypto space, to understand it better, to be better equipped. And we help them with different strategies. We help them understand when to get into the market, when to get out of the market, what kind of portfolio they could consider building for themselves. And also, it's a fantastic place for people to come together, chat, share ideas, and I've been doing this for a very long time. I've been through my fair share of bull and bear markets. I've made a ton of mistakes, and I'm here to make sure that you guys don't make those mistakes yourselves. We help a lot of high net worth individuals with getting themselves into this marketplace. We also help institutions and help people like you to make sure that you are understanding this market in the best way possible. So what I'm going to be talking about today is Bitcoin, the global money supply, the M2. I'm also going to be talking a little bit about the political world and the way that that can potentially affect the marketplace, and also a few other things as well. So just before I get started, if you guys could please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell to make sure that you don't miss any future videos. And I'm going to get into it right now, and we're going to start with Bitcoin. So I'm just going to share my screen for you guys and just talk you through what my expectations are here with Bitcoin. So here we go. As you can see here, and I did this about a week ago, Bitcoin's respected this parallel channel. So you can see here all the way back from the 1st of January 2023, we have got this trend line here that Bitcoin has been knocking its head off. And also at the bottom, you can see where it's respected and been able to bounce directly from. Now, if this continues to hold, which clearly you can see here, we've had a massive bounce and it has held, we're likely to see a large move for Bitcoin and altcoins in the next month. Now, there's a lot of information that I can provide for you guys as to why, but what I want to show you here is the last time that we touched this trend line, we had around a 92% move in Bitcoin, literally within 2 months. Okay, which is very exciting based on the fact that we're exactly at that point right now. So I'm going to take the ruler tool, and if we come over here and measure and come up to the highest point, which is just there, you can see we had about 92.84% move in Bitcoin over the course of 2 months. Okay, we are at that point right now. We've had a really nice bounce, and the expectation on where Bitcoin's price could be is somewhere around $157,000. Now that falls in line with what a lot of other analysts are speaking about. Of course, the price of Bitcoin could go far higher depending on what happens with Trump, with these tariff wars. And the next thing that I'm going to move on to, which also correlates with what I'm talking about here, is the M2 global money supply. So what you can see here, and we can go all the way back in time to 1959, is this is a combination of all of the biggest countries' money supply. So we're talking about the United States, China, Japan, the UK, Europe. These are the biggest, these are the most powerful. And you can see here how this has had this beautiful, steady incline that's then started going practically parabolic. Now you can see that it's dropped down and we've seen a very aggressive bounce back up. But it isn't until you start really zooming in that you realize how much of a direct push vertically that we're actually getting on this M2 money supply. Now, the way the M2 money supply works, it's like a lagging indicator for risk on assets. So we've already seen a huge amount of liquidity come into the actual global markets, but you've got to understand where that money has gone. Now, right now, with everything that's been going on in the world, with Trump coming into power, with all of these tariff wars that are going on, where has this money been going? Well, it's very, very easy to show you guys. And I'm just going to go onto the gold market here, the gold chart. And if you see here, we've had a beautiful, since around February 24, push up, some consolidation, followed by another major push up, another bit of consolidation. But if you look now, we are literally going parabolic with gold. It's hit new all-time highs. But when you get these kind of parabolic moves, they can only be sustained for normally short periods of time. So what we're likely to see here in the market is the gold's going to run out of steam. And when it does run out of steam, naturally, you're going to see investors start to think about where they can get their yield next. Now, at that point, we're likely to see money start to flow into risk on assets like the stock market, like the crypto market. And that correlates beautifully because you have a lagging indicator normally of around 70 days to around 105 days. And where we're situated now, that is likely to come into fruition within the next 2 to 3 weeks, that we start seeing aggressive moves in risk on environments. So when we're looking at Bitcoin's chart here, you can see how that over the next few weeks, if we start seeing a push come back up towards that kind of 90 region, we could very quickly start getting explosive and parabolic in the crypto market, which falls in line with that $157,000 price target within the next few months for Bitcoin. Now, there are other factors that come into play as to whether or not this is going to come into fruition. And Trump is obviously a major person within that. You can see here the massive decline that we had seen in Bitcoin, the crash. Everyone was feeling the pain. Altcoins have been destroyed. But that is mainly down to the fact that A, we have these corrections in markets, but B, Trump has deliberately been putting these tariffs out there because he wants lower interest rates. Now, this also falls in line with what everyone's talking about at the moment with Jerome Powell, the fact that he might not be in his position for much longer. He's been very hawkish, and we've got the next FOMC meeting coming up. And if Jerome Powell is no longer in power and someone else is brought in that is definitely more in tune with what Trump is looking for, we could see up to a 2% interest rate cut. Now, what happens when we see cuts in the market? Cuts in general, we see markets explode, risk on assets start rallying. So you've got all these different indicators that are saying to you we're likely to see a big move in risk on assets like crypto with Bitcoin very, very soon. So these are the kind of things that I'm going to be sharing in these videos so that you guys are equipped with as much information as possible. And like I said before, we've got a free WhatsApp crypto hub that you guys can join. Simply click the link in the description below. You can join for free and you will be there with other like-minded investors. And you'll also be able to ask questions that we and our team will get back to you on. We share different strategies, insights, the latest news, and you can also sign up to our free blog where we have a lot of in-depth analysis, information and news that you guys can access completely for free. And of course, you can contact us if there's anything else that you're looking for. But that's episode 1 for PrimeBlock Capital. I'm Funcho. It's great to meet you all. Looking forward to doing more videos. And please feel free to put any questions that you've got in the comments or anything that you're looking for, and I'll make sure that I bring that into future videos for you as well. Hope you enjoy your Friday and look forward to catching up with you guys in the next video. Take care.